Hey y'all, thank you so much for tuning in for another video. If this is your first time here, welcome, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. So, it's the middle of the summer, and I'm kind of in between obligations and excursions right now, so I'm like, what could I talk about? What's been going on in my life? Oh yeah, what's been causing me panic attacks for the last several months? Transferring colleges! Love that! If you're new here or you don't know me, I went to Liberty University this past school year and I loved it. It was a great atmosphere. But most of the money that I got for scholarships was only a one-time thing. It was like only for freshmen. So I knew going in that if I wanted to stay, I was gonna have to find some more money. Well, that didn't happen, obviously, or I wouldn't be here talking about this. So most of this summer and a lot of last spring, quite frankly, has been spent wading through paperwork and filling out applications and deciding where to go next. I feel like the whole transfer process was pretty vague, and though my family and friends are great sounding boards, I didn't really know anyone who's gone through this before, so I kind of felt hung out to dry. Thus, this video was born. So, don't forget to hit the like button down below if you like this video, and without further ado, let's jump in. So the first thing that I would recommend to anyone transferring or even thinking about transferring to another college is to get started early. Now, this isn't like necessarily a necessity because I know people who just decided to transfer like last week and their paperwork's already through and they're ready to register for classes, but I tend to err on the side of caution. So I would just recommend that as soon as you have even an inkling that you might transfer, go ahead and jump on those applications just to get the ball rolling. For me, it's better safe than sorry because I would rather be finished with like the whole process on my part and having to wait on the college than to start everything last minute and sitting here worried like, oh, is everything gonna go through? Am I gonna get in? The second thing I'd add is be prepared to shell out a small fortune even before you start paying for your tuition. Like, I know that nothing in life is free and everything costs money, but I was not prepared at just exactly how much money that it would cost before I even decided what school I wanted to go to. First, you have to pay to submit an application to any school that you want to apply to, and I understand that. But it bites you a little bit when you want backup plans for your backup plans. So I applied to 4 schools that all cost at least $20 to submit an application. Holy cow. And then after that, I had to send all my transcripts from 2 schools because I did dual enrollment in high school to all of the schools that I applied to, and that was a pretty big sum once it was all said and done. And then once I actually decided what school to go to, I had to pay $60 to register for a transfer orientation so I could register for classes. Yikes. That added up to a lot. And like, I understand that, and I'm not complaining really, it's just kind of a heated explanation. But now I'm just like, wait, I paid all that money and I haven't even started paying for my tuition yet. Oof. The third thing that's very important to remember when transferring colleges is to get all your questions answered. The first school I called about financial aid, I got on the phone with this really mean and snarky worker. He was super rude and short with me. And it wasn't like I was asking stupid questions, unless stupid is, have you received my FAFSA yet? Or can you give me just a general date of when financial aid will show up on my account so I know how much it's gonna cost to attend this place so I can decide whether or not I can come here, and stuff like that. And when I hung up the phone, I didn't even have any of the questions answered. And so after that, I was just super nervous to call anywhere else because, frankly, I, like most people, don't like people to act like I'm stupid. So for like a month and a half, I had 4 or 5 pretty important questions that I could not get answered on the website or anything like that. And honestly, I'd lie awake at night and I was terrified that it was gonna end up costing 3 times as much as I thought, because once again, I couldn't get a straight answer from anybody. And so finally one day I had had enough, and so I called the school that I'm enrolled in now, just determined to not hang up until I got any answers. And I got some answers. So don't be afraid to call or email or go in and ask questions, because it's your future, it's your bank account, and those people work at the university, and a big part of their job is to help you out, because this is really a confusing point in life and big decisions, you know. But of course, don't go in there all entitled and bratty and be rude to them, but be forceful for sure. The 4th thing I'd suggest is to make sure you know where you're living. Some of y'all are out there like, duh, Cassie Ray, of course that's important, and no one's gonna forget that. But like, there were a couple scary weeks where I didn't know if I could go to the school that I wanted to go to, because campus housing was already full and I was way late to the apartment search. Thankfully, everything has turned out great, and I have an amazing apartment that I get to move into next month, and I'm so excited about it. But I got like one of the last ones in that complex. And housing isn't something that was on the forefront of my mind through this whole process, because I just kind of assumed like universities are gonna have enough campus housing so they can get money from you, because like more money, right? But I was wrong. So just make sure to keep that in the back of your mind as you're applying to colleges, because you don't want to pay your confirmation deposit, register for classes, only to find out, whoops, I am gonna be living in my car if I go to this school, because there's nowhere to live. The last and maybe most important thing I'd suggest is don't stress. Now, I'm not one to talk, because the term don't stress is an oxymoron in my vocabulary. Like, those 2 words cannot go together and mean anything. But seriously, if you do everything that you need to do diligently, more than likely everything will all work out. You will get your education, you will get your certificate, you will get your degree. Relax and have fun. It's summer. You have your whole life to worry about things to come. So sit back and enjoy this roller coaster that is post-secondary education. So I could probably talk for a long time about the woes and worries and the excitement of transferring colleges, but I don't think anyone wants to pay attention to me just talking for much longer than this. So shout out to you if you made it this far. But once again, thank y'all so much for watching, and make sure to always remember who you are.